There was an old lady who lived alone in her house. Nobody liked her because she was kind of a grouch. Is it worth watching? Find out when I look at Flowers for Fannie on this week's Indy Christian Review. We all probably know someone whose only positive attribute is the fact that they're consistent. Consistently negative about everything, but at least you know where they stand. Flowers for Fannie is about just such a person. Meet the widow Fannie Fairchild. She's about as opposite of the sweet little old lady stereotype as you can get.
Excuse me, people, but you're clogging traffic. How's a body to sleep if you keep making all this noise?
It's 10 o'clock. I always mow around this time.
Well, from now on, don't mow till after lunch. You missed a spot.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Supposed to rain, but I'm not one to complain.
Every day she puts fresh flowers on the grave of her husband, who was killed in one of the world wars shortly after they were married. But one day she realizes that there's no one to put flowers on her own grave after she dies. Meet Louise Martin. She's the secretary of Fannie's attorney, which is how she meets Fannie. While she immediately latches on to Fannie with an almost uncomfortably friendly gusto, she has a much harder time relating to people her own age. Now, once Fannie's realized that she needs flowers, the search is on. But to her shock and disdain, neither the funeral home nor her attorney can help arrange a perpetual flower plan for her. Desperate, she reaches out to her estranged family members, which goes about as well as you might expect.
Are you about to croak?
Excuse me?
So who does that leave to help Fannie?
Don't you have your own life to live?
Not really.
Whose attitude will get the better of whom first, I wonder? I really enjoyed this movie. The script does drag a little bit, and I did get confused as to the setting. See, on the back of the DVD, it says that Fannie's husband was killed during the Great War, World War I. Well, doing the math based on the character's age, that would mean that the movie should be taking place in the late 1970s, early 1980s. But everything looks modern day. Modern cars, computers, conveniences, styles. That's why I said earlier that Fannie's husband died in one of the world wars. It should be World War II based on the setting and what I'm seeing, but the box says World War I, but it's never actually explicitly stated in the movies. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. The acting is okay overall. It's interesting to note that everyone outside of Fannie and her family are all well-rounded normal people, but her family are all very flat stereotyped. The rich snobs, the hicks, the greedy scumsucker. And Fannie's grumpiness does come a little close to being over the top at times. I mean, they do manage to keep it down to realistic levels, but it comes close. She does still have a good arc though, and one thing I really did appreciate is that even as Fannie changes throughout the story, she does still maintain certain personality traits and quirks that helps reinforce that she is still the same person. I thought that was really good and realistic, and I really did like that. Overall, not only is Flowers for Fannie a very enjoyable story with fun characters, it's also a very heartwarming movie about the importance of loving the unlovable. It's definitely worth watching, and you can get your own copy at flowersforfanniemovie.com. And that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching Indy Christian Review. I'm the storyteller, and I'll see you next time.